In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I am titling this, 10 minutes video, why there is a judgment today and what will happen to us as human beings after death. Number one, we have to understand that the creator of this universe created in this planet Earth, what we counted 1,000 nations, 600 in the sea and 400 on the earth, and only two has full free will to really disbelieve in him and or believe in him, which is humans and jinn, the children of Satan, of Iblis. And the 998 ones have limited free will. They all believe in the creator, but that free will that is limited is to be nice to each other or transgress on each other. For example, a lamb can transgress on a lamb. A male lion can transgress on a male lion. So the day of judgment is to really implement justice, because Allah, the creator, is just and merciful. So one time Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was passing with some of his companions, and they saw a lamb with a horn hitting a lamb without a horn. It's like he's transgressing on him, all right? He's abusing him. And then he stopped and he said, do you see this incident? They said, yes, O Prophet of Allah. He said, on the day of judgment, Allah, by His ultimate justice, will gather all these nations, the nation of lambs, of spiders, of birds, and settle justice between them. The number of hits that this, transgressive lamb did on that, oppressed lamb will be exactly done by the oppressed lamb against the other one, and then they will order to be dust. Because the entire purpose of creation was to attract our mind, which is we as a creation with full free will, to believe him or believe in him or disbelieve in him, or even to be nice to each other or not. So humans will be judged, and their destination is not dust. Their destination is either heaven or hell. So basically, we have to realize that heaven and hell is created with our doings here. We are either building our heaven or building our hell as we speak. And there are characteristics that, the catalog for humanity, that Quran, explained. It explained that characteristics of the people of hell are arrogance and envy and miserness. And characteristics of the people of heaven is humbleness, cleanliness of the heart, and hoping good for others, and then finally generosity, because they go together. And the examples are immense. It's all about arrogance and envy, which actually cause miserness. In fact, the first sin that happened was because of I. Because the Satan, when he was ordered to bow down to Adam out of appreciation of the creation of Allah, he refused and he said, I am better than him. He replied to the Lord that I am better than him. So he disobeyed the order because of that I. He used his logic that I am better. So as soon as a human or a jinn feels that I am better than the others, he is almost following the path of that cursed devil. So humbleness is for the human to realize that whatever gifts he was endowed with is just a bounty from the Creator. That's why in the Holy Quran, 4 people as examples ruled earth. 2 will be in heaven and 2 will be in hell. The 2 that will be in heaven is Prophet Solomon and Dhul Qarnayn. Okay, and they both will rule the earth, but Allah mentioned their speech about themselves and their recognition that whatever goodness that they had is from him. And the 2 that rule the earth, that is going to be in hell, is the Pharaoh of Egypt and An-Namrud of Iraq. One said, Ana uhi wa amit, I can bring life and death. And the other one said, Ana rabbukum al-a'la, I am your Lord, which is Namrud and Fir'aun. So the whole point here is for us to realize these characteristics. And we with our free will can choose which akhlaq, which character that we should follow. And usually the person that will deserve the mercy and the heaven and the mercy of Allah and to be treated as a king in the next life is the one that have the character of sharing goodness with mankind and the character of being good inside and that goodness shared with the creation. So when a person is good with Allah and bad with the people, then he will be punished, because the sign that you are good with your creator is that you are good with the people. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, they told him that a lady, was praying, but she is harming her neighbors. Then he said she will go to the hellfire to really be purified because of harming her neighbor. Then she will come out, according to how much harm she did to her neighbor. And a lady, just, put a cat, in a room without feeding her, she died. So Prophet Muhammad said, with the suffering that she caused the cat, she will be in hell with the amount of suffering that she caused the cat. And then a prostitute from, the nation of the children of Israel before Prophet Muhammad, this lady showed mercy to a dog, to a thirsty dog in a desert. She went into a well and she gave him water, and Allah forgave her sin because of showing kindness and sharing goodness, with the creation, even a dog. So the whole point here is we as human beings are preparing and building our final destinations. When you divide anything by infinity, it becomes zero. So whatever you live here, divide that by the infinite life that is coming, it will be zero. So the smart man is the one that train himself to have this good character. And everything needs training. To become, strong, you need to go to the gym and lose weight, to really, become, have strong muscles. You need to do certain exercises. In order to be a good driver, you need to train on certain cars and so on. So the training of good character is also detailed in the code of life of Islam. To wash yourself, to meet Allah 5 times a day, that reminds you and refresh your mind why you are here, what you should be doing, where are you going, and so on. And in a nutshell, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, إِنَّمَا بُعِثْتُ لِأُتَمِّمْ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ. My mission was to perfect the goodness of characters of humanity. So all his life was a model of good conduct and good character. And a person that came almost 1500 years ago, today with 3 billion people, following him and considering him the right model of humanity, even his enemies, realize that. Enemies mean the people that are arrogant not to follow him because he didn't come from their progeny. Okay? And the whole point is we as humans have to decide from now, while we have the free will, what do we want our destination to be? Because as soon as the angel of death comes, there is no more doing. It's only judgment of what has been done. So the most important decision a person can do is that ask yourself these 3 questions. Who brought me here? What I should be doing? And where I am going? At the end of the day, if you clearly answer yourself that I was not brought here by myself, Allah created me. And what I should be doing, did He tell me what He wanted me to do? Yes, He did. Then let me take a look at this. That's the whole point. Because nobody will help anybody as soon as death comes. The richest man on planet Earth, if you sell him for $5 after his soul is out, nobody will buy him. He's worthless, because that secret of the soul that kept him of a value while he's living is now gone. And now he is either worth something in the sight of his creator or not. May Allah give us all the tawfiq to think and to read the Holy Quran and to read the life of the Prophet Muhammad, and to understand what Islam is. I hope that the people that is not Muslims yet will even explain the right Islam to the people that claim they are Muslims and they have nothing actually to do with it. That's where the disaster is, unfortunately. Thank you so much for listening. And may Allah give us the tawfiq to have a happy ending of this life. Take care.